Greetings, everyone. This is Mark W.
And Rob Bob.
Hey, Rob Bob, and we are here after a long time. It's been about a year since our last post.
I'm a year older, so my voice probably sounds different.
Yes, you probably sound deeper.
I probably sound deeper.
Anyway, we actually started recording a solo adventure for what was it called? Vampire's Vault last December.
Yeah.
And that was before Rob Bob's sister was born. And once she was born, we weren't really able to find the time to do this kind of thing too often. But today we decided to make the time for that because we have decided to play Buffalo Castle today by Rick Loomis because very sadly yesterday Mr. Rick Loomis passed away. And so we thought we would do this little video in tribute. So what did Rick Loomis accomplish in the gaming world? I never met the man, so I can't really say he was the nicest guy in the world. I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying I'm not going to go, oh yeah, he did all this cool stuff for me. All I know is what he did in the gaming world. He did a lot of stuff. He made the first game book, which you're looking at right here. This is not the old edition that he wrote back in, what was it, 75? But this is the latest edition. And this kind of game book, as I understand it, inspired all the others. There was nothing else before this. There was later they came to be the most well-known series of game books, Choose Your Own Adventure. There's also Fighting Fantasy, which is closer to Tell and Control, in that you have a character sheet with a character with attributes, and you roll dice to resolve combats and things like that. There are others like that, like Lone Wolf. There's like probably like 20 of those books. And other RPGs also had solo adventures. And so basically all that stuff is all stemming from this guy right here. But that's not all. He also did play-by-mail games. He pretty much invented them. Not strictly so. Because before him, people played chess for years and years over the mail and other games like Diplomacy. But he invented the first computerized play-by-mail game in which the players would all write down their orders for their character or their country, whatever kind of player that they represented in the game. And these orders were mailed physically to Flying Buffalo in Arizona. And probably this guy right here, or maybe one of his few employees, would actually enter by hand probably the orders into the computer software. And out would come a printout of the turn results, what happened in the game. And the turn results were mailed back to the players, and you could pretty much repeat it over and over. I did not play any Flying Buffalo play-by-mail games, but I did play a couple by another company called Adventures by Mail. Adventures by Mail probably owes its existence to this guy here once again, because they were clearly inspired by Flying Buffalo. I did see my brother, who got me into a lot of gaming, he played Heroic Fantasy, which was a Flying Buffalo play-by-mail game, which was kind of like Tell and Trolls in a way. You would go through a dungeon, and you would have all these different kinds of characters, including, I think, fairies and giants, if I recall correctly.
You played giant?
I remember they were giants, yes. Oh. And there was another popular one called Star Web, which was kind of like a space, conquest and space. Well, not like asteroids, but more like you build. I think it's more like you build empires and fight each other's ships and things like that. I never played, so I'm just speculating. Probably not like asteroids.
I just said asteroids.
That's fine.
This is the first space thing that came to mind.
What else? He launched a bunch of careers, namely Mr. Ken St. Andre here. Where's his name? And probably Liz Danforth, Steve Crompton. I'm not sure about Mr. Jim Bear Peters, but probably him too. And probably Mike Stackpole as well. I'm just rattling off a bunch of names, but those who don't know, Ken St. Andre was the man behind Tales and Trolls. He was the first guy to make a role-playing game other than D&D. So Rick is kind of, the wind beneath the wings of this person and other people as well. Liz Danforth became a well-known artist, not only for Tales and Trolls. This is her artwork right here, by the way. She worked on Magic the Gathering for some cards, Middle Earth role playing. I don't know what else, but she did some of the Fantasy Trip, right? That game that we got the remake of recently.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
I
Okay.
wasn't paying attention to the creators.
Okay, that's fine.
I usually don't.
Steve Crompton, he does a lot of art for this game, and he also does a lot of the business stuff for Flying Buffalo, as I understand it. I don't know much about Peter except he made Dungeons with the Bear, but Mike Stackpole, he actually wrote a solo adventure, Charles and Trolls, published by Flying Buffalo, called City of Terrors. Now, City of Terrors kind of was, first of all, it was a really good solo. Secondly, it kind of got Mike Stackpole's foot in the door in the writing world, like fantasy and science fiction writing. And he went on eventually to write Star Wars novels that are part of the official canon, as far as I understand. Official canon meaning, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you.
Yeah, I mean it's the true. It's not like some fan fiction.
True story, like
right. It's considered official.
It counts as part of the actual universe.
Yeah, you got it. So please excuse the Rob Bob sister here crying in the background. It's going to happen probably for a lot of this video, and that's okay. So that's probably enough to speak about for Rick Loomis, though. He probably, I'm sure that people who knew him could talk about him for ages and how he helped them out. He was a kind of guy who really liked seeing other people succeed, is my feeling on the subject. Actually, to talk a little more about it, when I started playing BBS door games, as they were called, such as Legend of the Red Dragon, The Pit, Usurper, and such, I played these games, and I said, these are like play-by-mail games. These remind me of the play-by-mail games I played in the past. So in a way, it could be that even those games were indirectly inspired by Mr. Rick Loomis.
Like Lord?
Like Lord, yes.
Yeah.
So to anyone who doesn't know, BBS was an online service kind of in the olden days, in the 80s, 90s, before the internet got big. Many of them were like, there were other big services like CompuServe and such, but BBSs were like small. Sorry, the baby crying keeps distracting me. BBSs were like some guy in his basement ran a computer with like one phone line or a few phone lines, and any random person could call in with their modem and sign up and chat with people, post in forums, but most importantly, they could play games. So when they would play games, those were called door games because it used a special, it's like a technical thing. You use a special driver called doors.sys to connect to another server which was hosting the games. I might not have that totally right. If anyone who's run a BBS knows about these things, you can correct me in the comments. Anyway, I think that's enough of my rambling for now. Rick was also a founding member of Gamma. I don't know that much about Gamma, but it was it stands for the Game Manufacturers Association, and it's dedicated. I just had to Google it now. Sorry, I'll point to my computer. It was dedicated to the advancement of the non-electronic social games industry, board, tabletop games, miniature games, card games, etc., etc. So he's a pretty important guy, and he's no longer with us. And it is sad. He'll be missed by many. Hopefully, Flying Buffalo, maybe Steve Crompton, I don't know who, or somebody will hopefully be able to take over for Flying Buffalo at least. Anyway, all that said, we're here to play a game. That's what Rick would like, and that's what we would like. So let's begin. This is our character. Rob Bob here is going to be playing. His character is a dwarf from Midgard, as opposed to the other kind, which is called Gristlegrim. And we're a warrior. The name is Dwarvo II because Rob here had a previous character named Dwarvo, which I am told cheated death numerous times. Is that right, Rob?
I just kept playing.
So basically, he died a couple times. And
it was for fun, so it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, it's all for fun. It's not like you're,
It's not like I'm doing a competition.
Sure. You can cheat if you want, as long as you're not cheating other people. Yeah. That's my philosophy. We didn't do age, height, and weight. How much does he weigh? How tall is he, and how old is he? We'll just make something up.
He's like 39.
39.
I don't know how old that is in dwarf.
I'll go. That doesn't matter. Height.
2 inches.
He's not a fairy.
4 feet.
4 feet sounds reasonable.
4'8".
4'8". It's probably tall for a dwarf in this game, but that's fine.
Whatever.
We're just screwing around. Wait. They're usually like over 200, maybe even 300.
No, 280.
280. Wow. Okay. So we rolled up the character earlier, and we got 24 strength, which is good. By the way, none of the rolls we made were outstanding, but with the dwarf multipliers, we got 24 strength, which is very good. Constitution 18, Dexterity 11, Speed 7, boo, Luck 8, IQ 11, Wiz 10, Wiz will probably not be used, and Charisma 7 because Midgard dwarves have a Charisma penalty. Personal adds are 12, which is going to help us get through Buffalo Castle. Usually, I used to throw in the weakest warriors that I could conjure up into Buffalo Castle, and sometimes if you have less than, say, 5 ads, you're going to have trouble. That's just my rough feeling. We decided to buy some. What did we buy? Your favorite weapon?
2 butcher knives.
2 butcher knives.
And
excuse me while I take a sip.
in our GM adventure, I am a fairy holding 2 butcher knives on a boat. Well, we just got off the boat. But
yeah. So this is Rob Bob's weapon of choice, apparently, butcher knives. And he can dual wield because the strength and dex requirements are 3 each. When you dual wield, you just add them up. So he basically only needs 6 each in strength and dex. And of course, he has 24 strength and 11 dex. For armor, we just have a full helm, so he's running around with a helmet on, nothing else. It soaks up 2 hits. Talents. Dodge and competitive drinking.
Competitive drinking will be very important.
Okay.
Nah.
So in case there's a...
I don't think I'm going to use it, but...
Probably not. If there's a paragraph that I'm not aware of in Buffalo Castle that says some troll would like to sit down with you and so you can drink the most beer before collapsing, you will have an advantage in that case. Excuse me. We are both recovering from some illnesses, by the way. Please excuse us. We threw in a Delver's package. We didn't bother to pick out clothes. We'll just assume he has some. Languages we could do, but we're going to skip it unless it comes up. We're a little pressed for time. Alright, so Dwarvo the second, please enter the Buffalo Castle.
Okay.
By the way, this is my... Look at this. Isn't this awesome? I won a contest from the Meta Arcade TNT app. Unfortunately, I heard Meta Arcade has gone under. They just weren't making enough money from the app, I suppose. But I won a contest that was run by, I believe, Steve Crompton. It was basically if you can find a couple bugs in the app to help them improve it in the long run, they would send you some toys, some books basically. And they signed it. They signed a lot of this stuff. So I actually have Rick Loomis' signature here. Liz Danforth, who has a very pretty signature. Right here. Steve Crompton has a nice one too. I don't even know who these people are, unfortunately. I don't mean to be rude or anything, but these are the Meta Arcade people. I believe one of them's name is David Reed, was it? So that's probably him right here. So this guy is a Sam something or other. These look like graffiti. This guy's name must be Greg. Anyway. We also have Ken St. Andre's signature right here. He's the man who came up with this wonderful game. Tunnels and Trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have special thanks to Patrice. I don't know how to pronounce French name. Patrice Gale. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very bad with French names. Anyway, whose French version of Buffalo Castle is the wellspring for this new updated edition. So I think what that's saying is so there's back in the day this particular adventure was basically you're walking into this castle, you are just fighting monsters in each room, basically encountering traps, whatever, and there was no rhyme or reason to it. But in this deluxe edition, which I gather was inspired by this Patrice person's this person made changes and now has a storyline where you're trying to save some girl, I believe, who is sick and needs like an antidote from this castle. yeah. Here's a cool little piece of art. Who did this one? Danforth, of course. Back in 1979.
Yeah.
What do you think, Rob Bob, when I talk about all these ancient dates like 1979?
That I don't think any humans were around that time, but
Just dinosaurs?
if you say so.
Well, I was around this time, but I was in diapers. Now I'm sounding like what your sister sounds like right now in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud on the recording here. Anyway, let's begin. I'm going to close my computer because it's distracting me. 1 second. Why is it not closing? Is there something in the way? Do you see something in the way here? Anyway, whatever. I got it. Okay, sorry. Distractions. Okay, good evening. Welcome to Buffalo Castle. This adventure is designed for you, unfortunate people, who do not have a game master living next door, willing to take you down into his dungeon at a moment's notice, or you who have never played Tunnels and Trolls before and want to get some ideas about how it is done, or you who want to try this game but don't want anyone to know about it, or for Dennis Hall, who lives in Alaska and doesn't have enough people nearby to play a group of TNT. And we can move to Alaska and play with Dennis Hall. This is a solitaire adventure. Only first level warriors are allowed in here. We're cheating a little because our dwarf is level 2 technically.
That happened at the same time for me.
That
happened at the same time for the first time I played this.
Okay. No magic users, no higher level characters, and only one at a time. Any one character may only enter this once. Since, unfortunately, I cannot be here to lead you through this adventure, we must apply some special rules. Each time you have a decision to make, the instructions will tell you which page and section to turn. Please stop hitting me. To turn to for each decision. For example, we know this kind of stuff. No peeking, no changing your mind. Don't read through the booklet. Yeah. That's basically saying don't cheat. I don't think that's necessary, but maybe this is the original text from back in the day when this was a new concept. So maybe they had to say that back then. You need a copy of TNT rules. Whenever you are told to roll for a WM or Wandering Monster, roll 1 die. If you roll 1 to 5, nothing happens, and you may continue. If you roll a 6, a Wandering Monster has appeared, and you must turn to page 33 of the booklet to see what kind of monster attacked you. Let's take a quick look. I think that's the last page if I recall correctly. Well, besides the ad right here.
To this.
Yeah, here we go, 33.
Don't
So
look at the map.
I won't look at the map. We're going to draw our own map, by the way, because it's more fun that way, instead of looking at the included one. Excuse me 1 moment. Okay. Where were we? Anytime you wish to stop and regain strength which has been lost by going berserk during combat, for instance, you may rest and gain your strength back 1 per turn, but each turn you rest, you must roll once for wandering monsters. Remember that. By the way, there's berserk rules that we don't really use, but we should keep them in mind. We can look them up if necessary. But basically, the idea is if you want to go berserk during combat, you can do so. And that lets you, what does it do? It lets you take, I think, any doubles or triples, etc. that you roll, and add them and re-roll them. But the cost is that you have to lose strength each round of combat that you do that in. I also think you don't get to include your personal adds, perhaps. So if you have a lot of dice but low adds, maybe Berserk is for you. I don't think that's the case with your character, though, because you have 12 adds, which is pretty good for a low-level guy.
I had 13. Whatever. Anyway, I had a lot of ads.
Yeah, we got 12.
Whatever.
12 ads. Anyway, let's move on. Each of the rooms in Buffalo Castle is numbered. Keep track of the rooms you have been in before. If you enter a room for the second time, ignore the original instructions and roll once to see if a wandering monster is in the room. Otherwise, there's nothing. All of the monsters in this adventure attack without hesitation unless unless other special instructions are given.
Okay.
And Rob here is throwing dice around.
I am being...
If a monster looks too tough for you to fight, you may run for the exit instead. Remember this, you can just exit. Just have to make a saving roll on luck, first level. Pardon me again, sorry. Basically, you go to 2A if you pass a luck saving roll. If you fail the luck saving roll, you take 2 hits and must fight the monster anyway. Considering your luck is 8, I don't think you're going to be running away too much. If I had written this solo today, I'd probably use the speed attribute for running away. But here's the thing. This game was written, when it was written back in old school TNT, they tended to use luck a lot more for saving rolls. And also the speed attribute did not even exist. That was invented later.
We could just use speed if we wanted to.
We could. You should always make a game your own, but your speed's actually worse than your luck.
We should just use luck.
There you go. Now, before you enter Buffalo Castle, I have a special... Oh, I forgot that I give you the special stuff. Shall we just buy it? I have a special exploring kit to sell you. It contains clothing, provisions, a knapsack to carry golden, and a compass. It only costs 10 gold, a bargain, and weighs 5. We can assume your Delver's package has about the same stuff.
Yeah.
The only other things you will need are weapons, armor, and poison if you can afford it.
Poison?
You can buy poison, yes. It helps you fight quite a bit.
Helps if you're thirsty.
Yes.
But it would not be good if you were thirsty.
Okay, thanks for that wisdom. You don't need torches. From here, go to 1A. Here is the story. You have been sitting in a tavern in a new town, slaking your thirst and grumbling. Please don't shake the dice because it adds noise. Slaking your thirst and grumbling to yourself about how bad things have been the last few weeks. You've been bragging to the tavern wench. Author's note, if you're playing a female character, substitute handsome barkeep whenever I mention tavern wench. Okay. About how you are used to the finer things in life ever since you killed that dragon in 06. But lately there just don't seem to be any good quests available. You think you've sparked her interest a bit and are hoping for more than just some more ale. All of a sudden, an important-looking man walks into the tavern and catches the lady's eye. She points at you, and he walks over. I understand you are a brave adventurer looking for a quest. You nod and take another swig of your ale. Excuse me again, sorry. Actually, Mr. Rob, could you fetch me some water, please? Thank you. I'll continue to read. He explains to you that he's the mayor of this town. And there is a very sick child who is going to die soon. If someone doesn't help. She can be cured by a magic potion created by a local wizard. The only problem is that this wizard is totally mad. No one knows what he will do next. He lives in a nearby castle. Thank you. Which is filled with monsters, traps, and random, unexplainable things. It will be a difficult quest, and we hate to ask a nice person like you to risk it. But no one in the village is strong enough or a good enough fighter to get past all the wizard's pet monsters. If you don't do this for us, surely the child will die. If you do succeed in bringing back the potion, the town council has authorized me to pay you 500 gold pieces with our thanks. That's good for a low-level guy. You decide to accept... Sorry again. Ugh. Okay. You decided to accept his quest, since you really could use the money, and now you are facing a large, gloomy castle with 3 large wooden doors and a baby crying in the background. If you choose to go in the left door, turn to 4A. If you wish to go in the center door, go to 8A. If you wish to go in the right door, turn to 12A. Here's where you are, I think, maybe.
That's where I'm gonna go when I'm inside.
I guess.
It says no wizards yet. He's holding a staff that looks like a wizard's staff.
All right. Okay, let's move these dice to the side and start drawing the map.
Okay.
So you have 3 doors. I think the way we've done this before and we were successful is you start at the bottom. This is the southmost part of the map. The 3 doors. Give you ample space for them.
So I started here. What room is this?
We don't have the room yet.
Okay. So the 3 doors. I am not an artist.
It's okay.
The doors.
No, they're all
Where are they?
I think they're all kind of facing north. I don't know. It's not really. You can draw like that. It's fine. You can just draw corners after until I make them all go the right way. All right. So which door?
This door.
Left,
Left,
center, or right?
Left is what I mean. I'll just make it so it goes north.
You walked down a short corridor. Sorry. And entered a small room 10 foot by 10 foot. There is a troll sitting on a treasure chest. He is looking at you in a bored fashion. No.
Yawn.
If you wish to fight him, go to 7A. If you wish to try to talk to him, go to 14A. If you wish to try to walk by him, go to 18A. This is room number 4. Try number 4 in the room that you drew.
Okay, I just tried to draw a treasure chest.
Oh.
There. I'm gonna try to fight him for it.
Okay, 7A. Hopefully this is not... This could be the end of you right away. Alright, let's go for it. See what happens. He had a monster rating of 40, 5 dice. Alright.
How many dice do I have for the character?
Well, so because he is MR 40, that means he rolls 5 dice plus 20. You, on the other hand, roll 4 dice plus 4 plus your personal adds, so plus 16. So you have 1 fewer die than him.
And less adds. 4 less adds.
4 fewer adds, yes.
Alright, I just have to get lucky.
Alright, I will open up some bad guy dice here. I'm going to use purple dice for the bad guys.
Because purple equals evil. No,
Purple is evil, yes.
obviously.
Here are the purple dice.
Okay.
You can always run away, remember.
Yeah.
So I think you pretty much forfeit the game. We can restart if this doesn't work out, I guess.
But I can just come back here infinite times.
Oh, yeah, I like to use, can I borrow your map to use as scrap paper for the battle?
Yes.
Alright, so we
Yeah.
have Troll MR 40. 5 dice plus 20. Alright, and so we write Dwarvo versus the Troll. And let's roll.
That did not count.
Troll is coming out mercilessly.
And mine is...
You have yours quietly, please. Oh, it's kind of more fun to talk it out, I think.
Mine
now that I
is-
think about it.
Hold on.
Anyway, he rolled 19
11.
plus 20.
11.
He rolled 11. He rolled 19 plus 20, which is what?
Um...
And what's
Wait,
your
19? Oh, then that's... Well, mine is 11.
plus?
Plus 16, which is 27. And his is...
That really... That ended up right? This is not good.
Killing me. He's killing me.
He got... One way I like to count as fast as possible when I'm playing this game. Group the dice into tens as much as possible. You got 10. And this is pretty obvious in 9, so 19. Plus 20 is 39.
I didn't even roll a 10.
You didn't even roll a 10. You have... No, well, you got 11. I see what you mean, though, yeah. Alright, so, you got 11 plus your add of 16, 27. You're right, you get hit for 12.
But all my dice magically change to 6s.
Okay, shall we abort and restart, or do you want to just fight it out?
Let's just restart.
Okay, we're going to restart. We're going to pretend this didn't happen.
Do
Sure,
the
it's
same
cheating,
thing.
but this would be a pretty lame video if we just kind of died in room 1. Or room 4, if you want to be technical. Alright, so let's pretend it didn't happen. We're back at this. Do you want to go back to the
I'm
restart?
just going to go back to this room and try to talk to him.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Here's the troll again. He's bored. You can fight him. No. You can try to talk to him. Walk by him. You want to talk, you said?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, let's put the pencil down because it's in the way. Alright. 14-8. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Okay, so add your charisma and your luck. I don't want to do that. That sounds bad. Here's your charisma and your luck. What's the total?
That is 15.
Speak up.
15.
15. Roll 2 dice, doubles, add, and roll over. And add that to the total. If the combined total is over 36, he gives you a jewel worth 300 gold pieces, and you may continue.
Okay.
If you fail, he attacks you immediately. Alright, so that means, given that you need a total of 36 and you're only at 15, what does that mean you have to roll?
I have to roll a bunch of doubles. I know that. I need to roll. I don't know.
Okay, just roll. We'll
Right, I'm just gonna roll and hope we get a roll like our video where we got like 3 doubles.
Yeah, maybe you can do it. Where's the other die?
Or maybe not.
What'd you roll?
Roll 6.
6. Okay, you fail and he attacks you. Alright. Do you want to just go for the fight, or do you want to start again?
Let's just start again.
Okay, back to the
Go
door.
to go to a
Alright, we're going to a different door. We're totally cheating big time here.
Yeah.
But you can't handle this door. This is troll, sorry. Okay, back to the beginning.
Alright, I've decided to go right.
Right, 12. This guy is not in good shape either.
He's in good shape. He is in good shape.
He's not. He had boulders falling on him.
Yeah.
Make your saving roll. So, I was always puzzled by this one when I was younger, but we kind of figured out that they usually mean luck. Level 1 saving roll and luck by default. You would think that they would have revised that in the deluxe edition, but whatever. Make your saving roll, which is luck, and your luck is terrible.
Even though I have chose the dwarf with better luck.
Yeah.
Being Midgard, right?
Mm-hmm. So you got double. For some reason, this color scheme doesn't come up too good on my camera. It looks okay. 6.
Wait, so I get to roll it?
And re-roll. Wow, 10. Yeah, so you got 16 plus your luck means 24. You made it, but keep rolling.
If I get another double, I go to jail. Okay, that's it. So that's 20.
26 was
26.
your roll, and plus your alright, so you're good. But you get experience. I mean, adventure points. 26.
How much did we get for that other really good roll that we did?
Jeez, I don't know.
Something good.
Okay, we're successful, so go to 22C. You're just darky looking at. You have entered room number 6. Write it down. There's a large fountain in the middle of the room. You may drink from it if you wish. If you take a drink, go to 8C. If you wish to leave by the north door, go to 4C. If you wish to leave by the east door, go to 16D. Let's see what you drew here.
Okay, I just drew kind of a thing that I guess not.
No, you went in the right one.
I went right.
Come
on.
I'll need a better eraser. Yeah, we got these pencils with terrible erasers. So here you go. Maybe this one's better.
It's just kind of a smudge.
Okay, gotta love erasers with just.
I can just, I'll just erase. I mean, I'm assuming the room looks like this, probably.
It's a bad angle for me to look at your map because of your left-handed.
Yeah.
Fine, just as long as you know what you're looking at. All right. So while you're doing that,
so I can drink.
You want to drink? Yeah.
I mean, I have a.
You can't find a magic fountain and just not drink from it.
I have a suspicion that this might be a luck saving roll.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just gonna drink.
Okay, you're drinking
Chug.
because you are a competitive drinker.
I'm competitively drinking.
So you're like drinking at the fountain, and you're like,
Competitive.
I'll beat you, fountain. I'll drink all of you. Anyway, roll and die. 1 to 4 means you add. 5 or 6 means you subtract.
1.
So you add. Roll 1 die again. This tells you how many you add or subtract. 2. So add 2. Roll 1 die a third time. This tells you which of your basic attributes the number is added to or subtracted from. And it rolled away.
It was a 1 though.
It was a 1.
Which means what?
Means strength. So you add 2 to your strength.
I would have preferred something like luck, but okay.
Yeah, your strength is
You know,
already pretty good.
that's good because that's the one that cost the most to upgrade.
Yeah, I guess.
But this is just temporary upgrade.
No, I think it's permanent.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Oh.
Usually in this game, you just kind of, when it says add to your strength or something like that, you don't assume it wears off unless it tells you otherwise. Yeah, these erasers are terrible. We gotta get good pencils one of these days.
Yeah. Go to the store and buy some pencils.
I guess it's not that hard, is it? Alrighty.
With a baby though, it can be.
It'll be fine. We can get pencils. Anyway, now go back to 22C. You can only drink once, so you can't keep returning to this paragraph. Okay, now you can leave by the north door or by the east door.
Alright, so we already know what happens in east, so we're going
You do?
north. Oh, wait. Oh, east. Oh, it's a different room, right?
I'm sorry, what?
Never mind. I thought I was talking about the first room.
No.
Okay, so it's a different room.
Not the entrance.
So what is it? What number?
You are in 6. You can go through the north door or the east door.
Okay. I'm going to go to the east door because I'm assuming that is the same place as the straight door from the room here. From the first room.
Same place as the straight door? Why did you draw a west door? There's no west door. You gotta work on your map.
I'm counting this as not a door. The south is not a door. But now I'm counting it as a door. Whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. You're going to the
I'm
east
going
door.
north then.
You're going north. Okay. 4C. You have entered a wandering monster room. This room is number 21.
21.
Anyway, while you're drawing that, roll on the wandering monster table. Hold on, I think it's 2 dice. Let's go to the table. Let us put something in this page to mark it. And we will turn to the wandering monster table at the end of the book. Okay, wandering monster table. Roll 2 dice and look at the table below to see which monster you must fight. After each monster is the treasure number. After you kill a wandering monster, roll 1 die to see if it has any treasure. Treasure 1 to 4 means that if you roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4, that monster was carrying treasure. Now roll on the treasure generator, etc. You rolled 3. That's usually not good. If I remember, usually like the stuff in the middle is kind of better.
Bloodbath.
Anyway, you found bloodbath. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably not that bad. It could be bad. Okay.
How many bats?
Roll 1 die to see how many bats.
Yeah.
If you roll a 1, roll the die again and add 1. So you need like a 2 or a 3. We've already determined you can't really handle an MR40 guy. So if you roll 4, 5, or 6, you're in trouble. Actually, it's not. You got 2. Okay.
It was at 6 for a second. And it just.
So it occurs to me that it's not the same thing as adding up all the MRs. So you're fighting 2 bloodbaths with MR 10 each. And another thing I just remembered is because you got a strength increase of 2, we should increase your ads by 2, exactly.
Which means you get more ad revenue.
Ad revenue.
Yeah. Well, we don't get rad revenue.
Red Avenue? We're making all kinds of nonsense today. Anyway,
it's from all the competitive drinking I've been doing.
We gotta cut you off sometime. Alright, so we have Bloodbat 1, BB1, MR10, BB2, MR10. And let's roll. So that's 2 dice plus 5 each. You can handle that problem. So we got Dwarvo and the Bloodbats. Okay?
Okay.
Let's roll. Where are my bad guy dice? Here they are. I'm going to roll my bad guy dice here. Really good. This is a better spot. 9 plus 5 is 14. 9 plus 5 is 14, so the total is 28 for them.
I got 10 exactly.
You add up everything, so I don't have.
I'm sorry. 10.
Do you need your character?
What is my ads? 13?
No, 14 adds.
14.
Plus, you get 2 for each of your weapons. Your butcher knives. You're chopping them up.
What?
Making
I
some
get
nice steaks out of them.
24.
Oh, really?
Or no, 28.
Okay, well, are you just guessing or what?
No.
Okay, well, 10
I
plus.
mean 30.
Now you're saying 30.
30. 38.
Now 38. Alright. Your dice are 10, right? Your personal ads are 14, so that is a total of 24, plus the 4 from your weapons, 28.
20. I was wrong all the time.
So you know how to add. I know you can do it better than that. Just don't like throw out random guesses. Excuse me again.
I blame Summer for not making me go to school.
Okay, summer's fault. You become brain dead in the summer.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I guess that's an argument for year-round school. What do you think of that? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the first time I heard a kid say yeah to that. Anyway, let's roll some more for
No, I don't want your.
You don't want that, okay.
I wasn't paying attention.
I'll roll on your paper this time. They got 6 plus 5 is 11. And 12 is a total of 23. So we got 23 for the BBs, the bloodbaths. And what do you got?
Did we even check for spite last time?
I forgot about spite. Alright, we'll do spite from now on. So I always forget.
This is 9. Plus, so it's 13 plus my ads, which are 14. Makes it 27.
Plus?
No, it is 27. I already added the butcher knife ads.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you get, 27?
27.
Okay, you beat him by 4.
Yeah. They get any spike? They get 1 spike? Or no, that's.
I don't remember what they
3
rolled.
spike.
They get.
Or is that?
That's not what they rolled.
Okay. Then I don't know.
We'll say no spite this time, but next time we'll pay more attention. I think there was 1 6, but we'll let you get away with it. Alright, so you heard him for 4. So what do we take off? 2 each? We'll go with that. So that means back in the olden days they would have lost a die because they're below MR10 now, but they kind of I think with Deluxe Edition, I don't know if this rule change was earlier, but I think with Deluxe Edition they decided, well, we're going to make it so that monsters keep their starting MR dice always, but we'll reduce the ads as their MR goes down. So this guy's MR went down to 8, so now the ads are 4.
That makes sense if they were like a guy with weapons, because they still have the weapons.
I guess, I don't know. In a way, it's unfair because you, as a character, never lose ads or dice rolled even as you get beat up.
But you are the one who is defeating a bunch of monsters. You have more monsters than they have.
Alright, let's keep rolling. Round 3. The bloodbath at 4. We got 11 and 12, which is 23 again. And what do you roll? You're rolling pretty bad lately. It's like everything's less than 4.
Alright, anyway. I got a 5 before.
Okay.
But that's still not. Alright, 27 again. Because I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Last time I rolled a 9.
Okay, fine.
So same thing.
Alright, so you knock each of them down by 2 again. Yay. I should have allocated more space for their MRs here, but whatever. I'll figure it out. And their ads are down to 3 each. Because half of 6 is 3.
It is? I never knew that.
Round 4, fight. Hadouken! Oh, there's a spite on you.
Uh-oh.
So let's remember one spite. So 8 plus 3 is 11. And 10 is 21. 21, 1 spite. Nice.
2 spite. Oh, wow, that's pretty good.
You win the combat, so your spite probably won't apply.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Okay, what do you got?
Right.
That's a great roll.
So, I have 12, 17, 21.
Okay.
So, let's see. So, 21 plus math, 39.
Nice.
Nice
You
roll
may
for
have
me.
finished them, even though they get 1 nick at you.
Finished it.
At the end. And the difference is 18. You apply 9 each, and they cannot survive that. Bam. Bam. 2 dead. Bloodbath. Congratulations.
And rich.
Hmm?
And I'm
What are you writing?
my
Oh, your damage. Okay.
constitution lost.
Okay. That works. And you get adventure points, which are should be 10 each, I think. I don't think there's any bonuses. We just go by the MR. So now you have 46 adventure points. Okay.
Okay.
Now, treasure on a 1, 2, or 3. Roll. That means no treasure. Sorry, these bats were not carrying around sacks of gold coins or anything like
Oh
that.
man, I thought they would be. Just like your average bat in real life. What does they be?
Okay, so after you have killed it, you may exit the dungeon.
What?
What?
Not what I want to exit the dungeon. But okay. I'm not going to exit the dungeon.
Okay, or you may leave through the north door, go to 22B, or you may leave through the south door, go to 22C. This is an oddly punctuated sentence, but I won't be too nitpicky.
Let me see.
That's why I always say you guys should have me as their proofreader. But
Let me see.
that's
You're at a 4-way intersection. Oh my god. Alright, whatever. I gotta look at that.
okay. So add the doors in this room. This is room 21. You already drew that,
So
right?
there's an exit on which side?
There's an exit for the dungeon somewhere, and you can go through the north door or the south door, which is the way you
Okay,
came.
I'll just put the exit like
Yeah, fine. You can just write the word exit in the room.
exit.
This is not really related to a direction, I guess.
Okay, so north door. And okay, so I put a north door.
Let me try to get an angle. Just keep writing. Keep
I'm
writing.
going to the north door.
Okay, go through the north.
And this leads somewhere.
22B. You might have to wrap this up in a little bit. We can continue next time.
Okay.
But we probably have about 15
It is
minutes.
the last days of summer for me.
Last day of summer. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm working anyway. You are in a corridor that runs north and south. You can draw that if you'd like.
And south. Something like that, I guess.
Here's our beautiful map. You should be a cartographer.
In real life. I should draw real life maps of the real world.
Yeah, why not? There is a door in the west wall. If you wish to go through this door, go to 28C. If you wish to go north, go to 7C. If you wish to go south, go to 4C.
Okay, I'm gonna
Was
keep
4C
going.
the one you were just in?
4C?
How do I remember it not being that
Well,
far?
that was south.
I'm just crazy. Don't mind me.
Whatever. I'm going north.
Okay. Going north. Which one were we at?
Don't even.
What number did I say it was? No. We're in a corner. Here we go. Sorry. You going north?
Yes.
7C.
Paragraph 7C.
You are in a corridor that runs north and south again. There is a door on the west wall. If you wish to go through this door, go to 23C. If you wish to go north, go to 5C. If you wish to go south, go to 22B.
Going north again.
North again. Those doors are tempting to me, in my opinion, but you're actually drawing doors that are not there for what it's worth. Whatever.
Wait, there. It said there's one in the west.
There's one in the west, but there's no door to the north. It's just saying you can go north. But it doesn't really make a practical difference, I don't think.
I assume there was a door north. But if you can go, then I assume there was.
Make your saving roll.
For what? I guess.
Level 1 on luck, we always assume if they don't say otherwise.
What's my luck?
In this adventure, it's the only case where they ever do that, I think.
I have to roll.
You need 20 minus your luck, so it's 12 or higher.
12.
Not 80 without doubles. 10. A decent roll, but not good enough. But you do get some
I'm going
adventure
to add
points.
another die.
So you have 56 adventure points now.
Why does this guy have 2 infinity gauntlets?
Sorry?
This guy has 2 infinity gauntlets.
Are those infinity goals?
Sure.
Okay.
Just without the middle sign.
Alright then. Where was I? Here it was. You failed. So what? If you fail, go to 23E. Now, a giant boulder falls on your head at the end.
I used my dodge.
You are caught in the rope trap.
I boldly roll out of the way.
Okay.
Now.
A loop of rope has grabbed your foot, and you are now dangling from the ceiling. Take 1 hit, cannot be stopped by armor. Let's do that first. You're caught in not a problem.
Just be able to chop that off.
Unfortunately, once again, we have bad erasers, so I'm just going to lightly do this. We can clean it up later when we find some good erasers. They're a scarce resource in this house. Roll 1 die to see if a wandering monster comes along while you are cutting yourself down. What's the roll? You use
what if you don't
anything
have
but
any
a 6 or something?
They just assume you have weapons. What if you don't have weapons?
That's a good point. Do you remember the roll for wandering monsters, offhand?
I believe it was if you roll a 6, then a wandering monster does exist.
Fine, I'll go with that.
No
1.
monster.
Okay.
Just imagine a goblin walking by and it's like, oh, that guy's stuck. Let me kill him.
Alright, so after you've cut yourself down, because nobody appeared, and dispatched any wandering monster that might have appeared, you may go north to 16C or south to 7C.
Okay, this is a room, so I'm going north.
Hold on, why do you think it's a room?
Is it a room? What is this?
You were just in a rope trap as well.
Okay, so I'm just gonna.
Not the rope trap room.
I'm just gonna draw a trap.
Okay, we can ignore it from now.
Whatever. I'm just gonna go north.
Okay.
Wait, what was the other door? Just so I can write it.
Not a door. You can go north or south.
Alright. Alright. So going north.
Okay. North to 16C.
I just assume everything is a door in the room.
Everything's a door. If you have a choice, it's a door. Do you want to take the object? If so, you have to open the door first.
No, the object is a door.
The object is a door. Can you carry the door? You have entered room number 9, so now you are in a room. I don't know why I keep panning over to him drawing the map. The left-handedness is getting in the way. We should switch seats, probably. Anyway, that's fine. Where were we? I always lose my place because I am old and forgetful. Shoot, I really don't remember. You were in a room, right? Was this the one, 16C?
Sure. Yeah, it was room number 9.
Okay, good. You wrote 9, so that helps. All right. You've entered room number 9. You see a lady sleeping on a couch in this wonderful castle.
Good.
With her back to you. There is a dresser near her with a jeweled bracelet on it. There are several life-sized statues of various heroic characters in several poses in the room. The room is decorated with paintings and fancy drapes. If you wish to wake her up and talk to her, go to 18D. If you wish to kill her while she sleeps, shame on you. Go to 26C.
I was thinking that right when I entered the room and heard about the old lady, but I'm not going to do that.
Old lady?
Whatever it is.
Okay, she's a lady, not old.
Lady. I assumed old.
She could be old, but they didn't say it.
I just assumed old.
Okay. If you wish to try to steal the bracelet while she sleeps, go to 21C. If you wish to go back the way you came, go to 5C. Or you can just exit the dungeon. There's like exits everywhere.
I'm going
Trapdoors, I don't know.
to talk to.
Do you want to write exit there?
Sure. I'm just
You don't have to. It's up to
I'm
you.
just
If you
gonna
want to keep
assume
track
that
of it.
it's here because I can.
Alright, fine.
Okay, I'm gonna try to talk to her. That's the messiest
Okay.
exit ever.
If you wish to wake her up and talk to her. Alright.
Maybe she get mad at me. I don't know, whatever.
Lady with statues of people hanging around. Always a good
Oh
sign.
gosh, it's Medusa.
You have been turned to stone. Sorry about that.
I knew it.
Yeah, you knew it a little too late. Sorry about that. This adventure is over for you, but we will do one more rewind. This will be the last one.
Okay.
Well, if you don't want to.
No.
One more rewind?
I'll
Okay,
do it.
last rewind.
I'm just gonna back out.
It'll be more fun to kill her or steal her bracelet, right?
You know, I should kill her, but no one else can
No one else will be a victim.
die. And also for.
So here's a tip. I mean, this is back in the 70s, or maybe it wasn't obvious to people, and you're young, so maybe it's not obvious to you. But anytime you're playing a game, and it's like, oh, you see all these statues of people standing around. It's like, okay, Medusa, run away, or okay, bring out the mirror, something like that.
I did not buy a mirror, sadly.
Yeah, your Delvers package might include one, I think.
Did not. I
Did
think.
not? I used to back in the day.
Has matches, chalk, some water, some food.
I think back in the day, you used to say it came with a bronze mirror.
Now it has a mirror.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't think it matters for
Going
the
to try
purpose
to
of this solo. Kill? Let's do it. If you die here, we're going to say it's over.
Alright.
But we had fun.
Like, it doesn't work or something.
26.
Chop off her head or something like that.
Make your saving roll. Uh-oh, this is not good. You see why luck is so important.
Oh,
8.
Yeah. 8.
Double and roll over.
So I need to roll 4.
I'm hitting to 3 and you're good.
Yes.
Alright, what's your total?
8. So 16.
16. Let's take the
I
adventure
probably
balls.
killed her.
Probably.
You were too lucky. So lucky, in fact, that you died.
So lucky that you die. Okay. If you are successful, you have killed her.
Yay.
Get 500 EP, which means adventure point. Wait, really? 500?
500?
Wow.
Wait, EP?
Yeah, sometimes they call it experience points, but you would think in the very first solo they would go with adventure point. Like it would be kind of more like more consistent with total controls terminology.
What?
Anyway, whatever. 500 EP. Our adventure point 572 now. One thing I'm never clear on is if you can spend them immediately during an adventure. That's the way I do it in the game that I run. So you can start spending these, in my opinion.
I'm a spend them.
Anyway, let's finish reading the paragraph, though. You get a bracelet, the one that she was wearing, worth 500 gold.
Fun session.
What was it, diamond or no? Probably bracelet.
Bracelet.
Do you remember what it said?
I think it just said bracelet.
Alright.
Well, let's assume that it is one of these bracelets. Sure, it looks like.
What are you doing?
It looks like that,
Sure, it looks like that.
obviously. And this is
Okay, weight units, whatever. It's nothing.
because it's plastic.
We're not really worrying about weight this game because we figure Rob Bob here has tons of strength.
I'm strengthier than you. Strengthier than
And
you.
one day I will get a nice eraser to clean up this character sheet. One day. Alright, so shall we spend adventure points?
Yes.
I think that's a good idea.
I want to get some luck.
Okay, why don't we write on scrap so we don't totally mutilate your paper without any eraser. Okay, so your AP are 572. And what will you buy? You want to buy luck? How many?
How many can I afford?
So it's 80 to go from 8 to 9, 90 to go from 9 to 10. Excuse me.
I would buy as much as I can, but I'm not sure how much I can.
Okay. So would you like me to calculate
Yes.
as many luck as possible, essentially? Please. Okay. So we have 80 plus 90 plus 100.
Plus.
That is 270. You're good so far. Now we add another 110. And that is 380. So you're still good. Then we add 120. And you're at 500. You can do that, but no more. In other words, you can go from 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 13. And that'll cost you 500.
Yeah, exactly?
Yeah.
Huh.
If my math is right. So,
Let's assume it is.
that's what you want to do?
Yes.
Alright, so you basically spent exactly all the adventure points that you got from killing Medusa, or Gorgon, whatever you want to call it. Gorgonzola.
Yeah.
And you now have 13 luck, which actually gives you 1 extra add as well.
Yeah.
Because you're now above 12 in luck. So you have 15 adds. Hooray. Alright. So Dwarvo is alive because we cheated. And we're not allowing any more cheats for the rest of this game. For one reason, we are running out of time. But let's see. You can exit the dungeon or go back out the way you came into 5C. Okay, I guess you're going back out the way you came in. Alright, so where is your map? Here it is again. That means there are no doors basically in that Medusa room except the one you went through.
And an exit.
Sure. I don't think you have to make the saving roll again. What is it, trap room?
I don't think I would. Yeah, this was the trap room.
Okay, so was 9 in the room with the Medusa?
This was Medusa, and then
So
this
you have
is
to back
the
out,
trap
okay.
room.
So we're going to assume that you don't have to make that saving roll again.
Because I know about it.
So you're going south, I take it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, are you supposed? What's the rule about wandering monsters? Is it only for rooms or just any paragraph that you've been to before? Do you remember?
I think it said rooms. It said rooms, but I'm not sure if they meant.
Yeah, rooms. Okay. Alright, so you go south to 7C. You're in a corridor. There runs north and south. There's a door on the west wall.
You can go to the west door.
Okay. Sounds good. 23C.
And remember that statues means Medusa. Or Gorgon.
Or basilisk or cockatrice. Depends on the game.
Anything that turns someone into stone.
Yes. And that's usually very dangerous.
Which means you probably either want to back out or try to assassinate it.
Pretty much.
Pull out a mirror.
Pull out mirrors and blindfolds. I played NetHack too much. In NetHack, if you fight something that can turn you to stone, usually, well, it depends on the thing. But
you just close your eyes if you know.
For when you're fighting Medusa in Medusa's lair, you have to put on a blindfold. There's other ways you can get around it too.
Or mirror.
You apply the mirror, I think. I don't know. I haven't played it in a while.
Whatever.
Excuse me. So, you entered. Was it 23 feet? Shoot. I think it was 23 feet.
Well, if it says there is a door, east. I put these doors on the wrong side.
7C. Was that where you were before? I think so. So I think you're right. The door to the east leading back to the same paragraph. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yes. 23C. You have entered room number 8.
Okay.
There is nothing in the room but a chest in the middle of the floor. If you wish to open the chest, go to 19C. If you wish to leave by the west door, go to 17B. If you wish to leave by the east door, go to 7C.
I'm gonna attempt the chest.
Might as well. That's the fun part. Opening doors and chests and stuff. Roll 1 die to see what happens. I think after this paragraph, we have to wrap it up. You rolled a what? Where'd it go?
3.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. It's a spell. Make your saving roll. An arrow has popped out of the chest.
I can use my dodge skill.
Yeah, why not? You got the dodge talent. What does that add? You get.
3.
Is it a bonus 3?
I think.
Yeah, plus 3 to a relevant saving roll. Okay, we'll go for that. Make your saving roll. The arrows popped out of the chest. If you miss your saving roll, take 2 hits. At any rate, you find 50 gold inside. 2 dice, please. Not 1.
No, 2.
You should know that by now.
Yeah, I know. I should. I haven't played it forever.
2 and...
Miserable. I failed. No, I automatically failed.
You did. Let's take our 3 adventure points before we decide how horribly injured you are.
Doesn't say anything about, it's 2 hits. Doesn't say anything about...
Doesn't say armor can't block, so I think armor can probably block.
So my armor blocks.
So it hits you right in the head, which is the only place you're protected.
Yeah, I just duck down and make sure it hits my head.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. Always duck down.
Make sure it hits the top of your head.
Alright, we'll go with that. If you did not roll a 6, then return to 23C.
And I 50 GP or no?
Oh, yes, 50 gold. Yep, you are right. So now you have 89 gold. And I think we got to call it there. So we'll probably make part 2 of this video. Usually when we take a break, I kind of wait till we can get together next time, and I kind of glue the 2 videos together. But I think this time I'll just post this one, and we can post part 2 later. I want to try doing a different.
So we have video.
Yeah, just to post something would be nice. All right.
Okay.
So let us write down on the character sheet that you are in Buffalo Castle, 23C, because that's where you're going back to. 23C already opened chest. We'll write that down. Buff Castle.
Strong castle. Buff castle.
Already opened. I'm writing really sloppy now. Chest, okay. Cool, that's all.
Okay,
Thanks for watching our video, folks. We'll continue this later. And remember, Rob Bob is out of cheat codes. So next time he turns to stone or a troll squashes him, he's dead, dead, dead.
You know why we didn't win that saving roll? We didn't use these dice.
Oh, we didn't do the lucky gold-plated saving roll dice.
Obviously why.
Okay. All right, thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching the video.
All right, until next time. Part 2 will be next. Bye-bye.
Bye.